Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At InChain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Oh yes, and we are live at 5. Bang on this time. Literally managed to press the start streaming button. Bang on 5 o'clock. Caught the end of the intro, and here we are at this beautiful screen. So I'm gonna have to start. Well, I'm probably gonna have to start doing my show with kind of like a standard intro because I'm expecting a huge influx of newbies very shortly, looking at all my shows, scratching their heads, asking themselves like, what on earth has gone on? Like honestly, like today I was just listening to some of these shitcoin podcasters, and I was just like, oh, they know nothing. Like literally they know nothing, and it's just so obvious when you know. Well, mind you, I suppose it's a bit like game shows. They always say that the answer is obvious when you know it. But we know it. So I'm trying to make it as obvious to other people as I can. But like shitcoiners with shit for brains, it's going to be hard. Bitcoin is an intelligence test. But I mean, eventually they're all going to fall in line anyway. But like I said, it's Darwinian theory played out in front of our very eyes. It's fascinating. It's almost like a social experiment. So for any newbies who do find my channel, I broadcast live on Twitch. I upload the trailer onto YouTube, and then I put the full episode onto Streamanity. Many of you might be asking, oh, well, how come you stream live on Twitch? Well, YouTube has banned me twice. Then when they realised that I wasn't going to stop, they then started deleting my episodes. Then when I sort of complained about that, they stopped me from editing my shows so that they could basically go over and justify deleting it. So I was like, you know what? I'm having none of this. Now we broadcast live on Twitch, upload the trailers on YouTube, and you get a full episode on Streamanity, and you also get the opportunity to listen live for free on Twitch TV. So rock and roll. Here we go. So this is Bitcoin. For any newbies who are sort of like just starting to scratch their heads and wonder what happened, Bitcoin started at the Genesis block, and it has not stopped. It has just simply scaled massively, and the reason it has been able to change is because if it was not able to be changed, it would be centrally controlled. And if it was centrally controlled, it would be fundamentally worthless as money. That is why these shitcoin enterprises like Blockstream and Roger Ver and his mates are able to tamper with the protocol and change it. All that happened is that Blockstream changed the protocol and socially engineered the ticker with it, which basically took the price and everyone's value away from it. However, they crashed its value to absolute zero, which means that BTC core coin is now a complete bubble, a massive one at that. So Bitcoin just continued, and it took on the ticker symbol BCH. Then Roger Ver and his crony mates decided to centralize that by adding checkpoints in and upgrading, well, changing the protocol every 6 months, adding all this, cash fusion to it, which basically makes, trying to make transactions anonymous, which is illegal and prevents any reasonable expectation in trade. So basically they've crashed their token to absolute zero. And the reason that affects it is because if the token has got no fundamental value, it simply will not be able to economically sustain the network it runs on. That's the whole point of Bitcoin. So that's going to zero. And now here we are, BSV. It's just Bitcoin. That's it. Nothing has changed apart from the ticker symbol, which doesn't really mean anything. As a quote from Romeo and Juliet said, like, what's in a name? I might have to find that quote actually, but yeah. What's in a name? It doesn't matter. It's just Bitcoin. That's all it is. It doesn't matter what the ticker symbol is, so long as it's just Bitcoin and the protocol stays the same. That's all that matters. So after that, let's have a quick look at my updated shitcoin market to explain this even, to try and explain this even clearer to everyone else. This is the shitcoin market in value rank order. And so today I've added in which ones are commodities and which ones are securities. Obviously, because at the moment, XRP and Ripple being the talk of the town, and people are going, I'm not sure if it is or isn't a security. It is absolutely a security. If Ripple Labs were to fold, XRP just simply disappears overnight. It is absolutely 100% a security issued by Ripple Labs. But it doesn't produce a dividend. They were saying, it's a currency. It is not a currency at all. It is a fraud. If it's a currency, it's a fraud. Because it's not a currency. A currency is either like a token, which is, for example, the fiat currencies we use at the moment that initially started out as a token on gold. Then currencies became basically a token on the US dollar, which was a token on gold, and then eventually now just a token on the US dollar, which is backed by nothing. So they have no fundamental value whatsoever. So the reason Bitcoin is a commodity, which is BSV, is because it has the 5 pillars of decentralization, which are 1, accountability, which is the chain of signatures still intact, which means no one can do anything on the network that nobody else wouldn't know about. You have to have a locked protocol, which means it's permissionless. So it just means anyone and everyone can build on it. That's why we need as many patents on the public blockchain as possible, because if you have a patent on a private blockchain, it just prevents the public from using it. And then people are complaining, Craig's got all the patents. Well, that's because Craig is maintaining the public blockchain that everyone uses. If you've got all these douchebags with patents on their private blockchains, it just means that it takes away value from the public blockchain, to which we all use. Thirdly, you need infinite scale, because if the market doesn't continually scale, as in continually be divided, the miners on the network will have no new market to compete for, and they'll just simply take market share off one another, which eventually centralizes it. So that's why you need infinite scale of the chain, because if data doesn't go through the chain, it's not safe, and data that isn't safe is just simply absolutely fundamentally worthless. It's pretty simple, really. Then you need competition in the system, which separates all those who maintain the network, which is why we need proof of work, because if you have proof of stake, there's no competition between the stakeholders. If you have pre-mine, it's just simply made up by one company. An ERC20 token is just simply a token that runs on the Ethereum network, which is now centralized by the stakeholders. It's just an absolute piece of shit, a complete joke. And then last of all, obviously you need a fixed supply. But it's not scarcity that make number go up, it is utility, because it's money. The more and more people come into trade, the more valuable it becomes, because it has to be divided further. That is it. So you'll be able to see from this shitcoin, this coin crap chart, that Litecoin is also a commodity. which means Litecoin, even though Charlie Lee exit scammed the shit out of it, in terms of its value, it's actually the number 2 valued coin on the CoinCrap chart because it is genuinely a commodity. The only thing that discredits it is the fact that Charlie Lee stated from the beginning that he started it. That's it. But besides that, which discredits it, it's actually a commodity because it uses proof of work. It's a replica of Bitcoin, which is why it's number 2. And I've just simply had like the Litecoin logo with a line through it, as in like, don't go there because Charlie Lee exit scammed it. You know, he knew it was a piece of crap because he created it. He's like, yeah, I created it, therefore I exit scammed out of it. But all these others are centrally controlled projects, which makes them securities. And just recently, somebody who's also said that Tether is now also a security. I'm not too sure why that is. We might actually look at that in just a moment because nobody is purchasing Tether with the expectation of profit. So I just put it down as like money laundering. It's blatant money laundering. It's just fraud. It's counterfeiting. It's just, hence the stamp here is a fraud. Yeah, but it's an ERC20 token on Ethereum, like an absolute piece of crap. You know, and obviously when the people who control Tether, which is the companies related to Bitfinex, you know, as soon as the New York Attorney General gets on their case, they are just going to be shut down. It will just simply vanish. So if you're holding USDT, you can expect its value to crash to zero when it's basically taken down. Like, that's it. It's not safe. So, you know, but again, I mean, shitcoiners are shit for brains. Just don't get this, but it's just so blatantly obvious when you know it all. So there we go. Hope that helped. So let's crack on with these figures. Here we go. This is the crypto forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network. So look at this. Bitcoin with 0.5% of the hash rate. Bcrash 0.7. Corecoin 98.6. Network nodes, same as ever since the 15th of November 2018. Bitcoin 2.4%. Bcrash 10.2. Corecoin 87.4, but again that will come with time, which will follow price, which follows value, and this is the value right here. So Bitcoin looking a little bit lame at the moment, but if you ask me, I'd say it's just simply a case of shaking out the shitcoiners, because to be honest with you, like this is the technical value. So the technical value is the speed, cost, and scale of the network. The fundamental values, Bitcoin has already got. So it's already won the race. You know, it's just literally we are mid-race right now, which is what we're looking at. So, you know, mid-race, you know, Bitcoin's not looking all that good. But it's mid-race. The race is long, as I heard somebody say. So we've got 15% of the transactions on Bitcoin, 14.9% on Bcrash, they're a motion ahead, and 70.1 on Corecoin. Block size, we've got Bitcoin with 35.5, Bcrash 9.6. Oh, this I think Bcrash is loving this. And then block size on Corecoin 54.9. Right, okay, let's play spot the biggest block on Bcrash. Oh, Antpool with a 908. Oh, they've Hathor has mined a 1.3 megabyte block on Bcrash. That's hilarious. Oh, this cracks me up. This cracks me up. The motto "You split, we bankrupt you" comes to mind whenever I see Hathor mining a 1.3 megabyte block on Bcrash. That's hilarious. But besides that, it's just simply scooping up all these empty blocks. So basically, your network either has value or Hathor will scoop up those empty blocks away from you. But yeah, so yeah, it looks like Hathor has actually mined the largest block on Bcrash at 1.3. Then we look at Corecoin, and they're stuck at a 1 megabyte because that's the size restriction. But shitcoiners love it because shitcoiners shit for brains. Let's have a quick look on Bcrash now. Here we go. 6,000 blocks mined. Amarin is money. Up and down, that's the Bitchin chain. Proof of work by network, yeah, Bitchin versus Anne-Marie. Hathor, yeah, 37% on the Bitchin chain. And 46% on Anne-Marie's coin. Oh, that's hilarious. Look, Hathor was actually mining blocks with a little bit of data, and he's like, yeah, we'll take that, we'll take that, we'll take that. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Like, strangling the chain, strangling the other miners. They're just like, look, it's not even worth it. And just for giggles, we'll have a look at CoinGecko. See how Anne-Marie's coin is doing. Do you think it's taken a tumble? I think it's down because the rest of the market is down. I think below $15. Let's see, shall we? Just a guess. Bring it on. Let's see. I think maybe 15.25. Close. Just downvote it for no other reason other than spite. There we go. Great stuff. Let's have a look at the rest of these figures and then let's get on with that. Here we go. We'll play spot the biggest block in Bitcoin. 1.4, 2.2. Small blocks today. Well, I say small blocks. I mean, Coolcoin and Bcrash will be over the moon if they had a 2 megabyte block on their network. It looks like 2.25 might be the biggest one. 2.253, 2.6. Oh, that's it. Right, Bitcoin hash rate by network. Yeah, seen that one. Proof of work by network. Again, Coolcoin and Bcrash will just stop one day. Bitcoin hash rate by network. Bitcoin versus Bcrash. Proof of work by network. Bcrash versus Bitcoin. Oh, it's still 10,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than it is Coolcoin, and it's 2% more profitable to mine on SV as well. Happy days. Oh, average Bitcoin block size by network. Oh, Coolcoin winning. Transactions by network. Oh, getting a whip in there. Transactions per block getting a whip in. But fees USD, still Bitcoin smashing it. Fees Satoshis, oh, not really smashing it. Getting a little bit closer. Block reward ratio, again, that will come in time, which will follow price, which follows value. And we know that it's only Bitcoin that's got any value whatsoever. Fundamental value, not necessarily technical value at the moment. Well, actually, no, technical value is still there, but just the utility value, should we call it? You know, you've got to define these things properly. Blockchain growth by now, the Bitcoin chain looking like Anne-Marie's coin in comparison, but again, you know, Coolcoin and the Bitcoin chain will just simply stop. Global hash rate 7 days. Binance still up there. Ampool up there. Huobi. You know what I mean? Like Binance. I mean, I think Kurt Wattock said that F2 Pool is also like nefarious to Bitcoin. I mean, what the hell? You know, Binance, Shitcoin Enterprise, Ampool, Shitcoin Enterprise, BTC.com, Shitcoin Enterprise. You know, dear oh dear. 24 hours, Ampool turning up the heat, and just Ampool followed by Jihan. Jeepers. And then Binance. These guys just need to be taken out. Core coin mining, hash rate, 24 hours. Ampool up there, followed by Jihan. So Bitmain versus Jihan. And then Binance. I mean, good grief. You know, Shitcoin Enterprise all over Bitcoin. The Bitcoin chain, Hathor, 42%. Wow. Yeah, huge. That's hilarious. Bitcoin, this is the one we really want to look at. So we're Huobi fancying a bit. Oh, Binance is off the chain. Ha! Good. Good riddance. Good riddance. That's what we want. Again, need to find out about VIA BTC. You're not sure about SBI Crypto because they're on Bcrash. Oh, no, they're not. Oh. SBI Crypto on Bitcoin today. Hathor still on there. Jihan still on there a little bit. Alright, yeah. Good to see SV Pool back in the running. That's what we like to see. Right, let's have a look at some of these other metrics then while we're here. Bitcoin blocks live. What is this going to be? Last time it was like 0.1 transaction per second. Wasn't even 1 transaction a second. What's it going to be today? I know everyone's taking time off for Christmas at the moment, so the applications won't be running because there's nobody on site checking them out. So here we go. Oh, right. So this is like just like one transaction every 3 seconds. A little bit slow, especially when you consider I've seen this as high as 3,000, and Visa and MasterCard can only do 1,500. Yeah, this is probably the lowest I've ever seen it, I think, but still, you know, transparent on Bitcoin. The transactions here are, these vertical rectangular blocks are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. Below that are the businesses that are generating those transactions. Once the transactions are recognized by the nodes, they're thrown into the meme pool. Once they're in the meme pool, they're then competed for by the miners or the payment processors in order to process the transactions, put them in a block, put them on the blockchain, and win the block rewards, which is the coin base of the Bitcoin, which is currently 6.25, which gets cut in half every 210,000 blocks. So if we scroll over this block here, again, this is for newbies. I got an 8.8 megabyte block, and in the highlighted rectangular blocks below, there's the hash number, the block height, mined by who, size, the time, the date, the transaction count, and the total fees in the block. And we are hoping that by Q1 2021, next year, that the total fees will surpass the Coinbase in the block, which is the block reward, which is basically like current price. It's like just over $1,000. So, you know, $1,000 per block, and total fees in that one are just 1.75. We are expecting massive transactions coming on the chain very soon. And when I say expecting massive transactions, we will go to this image here of Tal, the image that they displayed during the CoinGeek conference, which is about here somewhere. There we go. That's the one we want. Got it. Here we go. So as you can see here, it says clearly crossover anticipated around Q1 2021. So this is the block halving. 1, 2, 3 block halvings are the ones that we've experienced so far. So 6.25 megabytes, the blocks per Bitcoin per block. So that will be reduced to 3.12 Bitcoin per block. But as you can see, we're expecting massive transaction volume. So we've got BSV block subsidy, which is there, and then the BSV transaction subsidy. Woo, that is massive. So somebody knows something, or else they are dreaming wildly. But I suspect, because of what we have seen and the volume of transactions that the chain has been capable of producing, and the number of applications that have been working on it, we can probably expect something pretty big, if you ask me. And talking about something pretty big, no sexual innuendos coming or whatsoever. Let's have a look at this chart for any intelligent people who are visiting my show for the first time. This here, this one here, even is it this one? So I think it's Bitcoin core coin. Here we go. So I'm just going to explain this. This is the movement of BTC since the 4th of October this year. And we'll read through the thread in a minute, but always great to watch this. So what you're watching here with the turquoise dots, these are whales. So basically kind of like, you know, original, early miners, early investors holding BTC, and these are like general exchanges holding BTC. Now look at what has happened over the last almost coming up to 3 months soon. So basically 2 months and 3 weeks. This is the change, or the movement, and this, I think, to be honest with you, explains the recent price hike, because I think whales have been selling out They've been selling off their BTC. They're cashing out basically, moving it onto the retail investors, and then since they've stopped cashing out, the price has shot up because they've stopped the selling pressure. So, but the retailers do not understand how thin the ice is they're skating on, holding this complete and utter piece of crap. So let's play this. Here we go. Could do with some background music, really. There we go. Might do a countdown maybe. We'll count up. Here we go, October 11, 12, 13. And last time I looked at this, it was around October 26th where you really started to see these larger circles start to disintegrate, and like quite large quantities of BTC start moving. Right about now, here we go. You'll see some big movements, like some patches appearing. Yeah. See the increase in the dots. I mean, look at that. I mean, look. Becoming more and more diluted, as are the whales. November 17th. So I mean, look at that. Disintegration. See, look, and this green one was tiny at the start. Now look at it. This is all the whales cashing out. Because the whales will be the early investors and the miners, the people who actually add value to the network. So they're just like, well, you know, we want out. Shitcoiners want to buy off us. You know, that's fine. Believing all the bullshit spread by Blockstream and Roger Ver and all the shitcoiners. Dear, oh dear. December 16, 17. And 1 week to go. Oh, see, look at that. Massive movements. Massive movements over Christmas. Wow. Wow, look at that. Whoa, that was a huge movement there. And that was literally just kind of like yesterday. Look at that. So now we've got small wallets, which I'm guessing are like, you know, retail, you know, shitcoiners, basically, you know, or the small wallets. And then Binance, the biggest shitcoin exchange, which some shitcoiner said there's probably they think that Binance is still going to list XRP. I mean, they're just so screwed. But look at this. So these whales are out, you know. So I think they know something, because there's no, you know, there's just no reason for this huge movement if they didn't know something, if they didn't know something was up, you know. And again, you know, look at other exchanges. It's all moved to Binance, potentially ready for a 10x leverage short. Who knows? But I mean, let's just, so we'll have a look at that. There we go. Look, you know, green and so shitcoiners and Binance holding it, all the dirt bags. And yeah, look at this. This was the beginning. Look at how it started. The change is just absolutely dramatic, to say the least. So I hope that's given any intelligent people watching the show a bit of an insight as to what's going to happen. Speculation is rife. Yes, indeed. So after we've looked at Bitcoin blocks live, let's have a quick look at our BitInfo charts. See what's going on. Again, across the top, you've got the rich list. You can see all the wallets with how many Bitcoin or shitcoin are in each. These are different metrics, so the transactions last 24 hours are quite interesting. You go to Bitcoin charts, and on the blue tabs on the left-hand side, you can choose various, you know, comparisons. We look at transactions, average per hour. Take out Dogecoin, like seriously. We'll add in Bcrash, and we'll add in Bitcoin, obviously, for comparisons. And then we'll go to log, and we'll do 3 years. And Bitcoin is in purple. So as you can see, the purple one is the only one on the move. But oh, it's just massively dropped. Oh, no, it's just dropped. So where are we now? Oh, so yeah. Bitcoin transactions actually dropped below BCRAD. They're actually at the bottom. Oh no! Oh no! We've got Coin with 300,000, Ethereum 1.2 million, Litecoin 60,000, Bcrash 56, and Bitcoin just with 43. We'll round it up, but never mind. I mean, it's just fun and games to be had at the moment. So anyway, let's have a quick look at the shitcoin market. Oh, Coin taking a beating. Whoa, last time I looked at that, it was like 26,000. Let's see what's happened over the week. Oh, not too much over the week. Nice, dropped to 19,000. Oh, you know, shitcoin is going to be shitting themselves. That's what it is. I mean, yeah, so I'm sure, yeah, it would. It's been as, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was as high as, so that was on the 27th. It's been as high, oh, what? It's saying there's a high of 20,000. I've seen a high, is this coin crap being a piece of crap again? I've seen as high as 26,000. Let's go to all. It's saying it's got a high of 20,000. What? It's been way higher than that. Ah, coin crap. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, it's in pounds. My bad. My bad. Here we go. USD. Oh. I was just like, what's going on there? What's going on there? Dear, right there. Right, so it's still, so it's still around, so 26, yeah, 25. Yeah, that's more like it. Hasn't really moved all that much. Plodding along. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Like, just a huge bubble. I mean, where do they think it's going? Like, honestly, it's got no utility. You know, you have to massively pay for transactions. I mean, like, I just cannot believe that they think it's got any value. Yeah, but number go up. Oh, have you even heard of a Ponzi scheme? Like, honestly, do I need to explain it to you? You know, they require later investors to go in so you can get your money out. Let's see. Oh, look, even wrapped Bitcoin. Wrapped Bitcoin is above Bitcoin now, but Bitcoin in $158. I mean, anything in the 150s to me is a buy zone. Absolutely cracking. $158. So the best way to compare that. Or tell you, let's have just a quick laugh at XRP while we're here. Down 34% in the last 24 hours. Let's see what this like. Let's see what this been on the week. 60% down on the week. What's this on the month? 70% down on the month. Oh, I mean, XRP is pre-mined along with Stellar Lumens, Tron, Neo. Any others? Well, anyway, they're all going to follow suit, so they are ripe for shorting right now if you're a trader. Not that I trade, but I would probably put a cheeky short on those ones because they're all going to fall because they are exactly the same as XRP. It's a case study, and these shitcoiners have no idea. All these shitcoin traders just simply looking at number go up. And in fact, I've seen some traders going, oh, you know, it's just going to bounce anyway. It's just like, no, this is the law coming to town, knocking on your door. Shitcoiners literally shit for brains. Yeah, absolutely shocking. But yeah, so 158. Let's have a look at coin here. Do all time. This is travel back in time. I mean, sometimes I still have to pinch myself to think where we are. Here we go. Look, right. So let's look for 158. Oh, so it would have been October. Yeah, October 2013. Wow. October 2013. Imagine having the opportunity. Well, this is what we've got, like, to go back in time and buy Bitcoin in 2013 for just $165. Amazing. Amazing. Literally, dream come true. Literally, for me anyway. I just remember saying to myself, you know, if what would I have done if I had the opportunity to go back in time? And now here we are, and I have done what I said I would do. Excellent, excellent. So who's YEFA 2020? You got 2 accounts on there, Jim, or something like that. Anyone else? I think that's it. I've been going for a whopping 1 hour 25 minutes, loving ripping into Ripple and all these shitcoiners. Been great fun. So we'll leave it there, folks, because obviously I need to upload this show onto Streamanity. So as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Same time tomorrow. Catch you later. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity for just 20 cents. Go to www.satoshi.tv. See the link in the description below. Bitcoin, one world, one chain.
Yeah! One vision.